Hello and welcome back to Frogboy X1 Gaming. I'm Andrew and we're going to review Wreckfest on Nintendo Switch. Now, like I said in the previous video in the first impressions, I've been playing this since it came out, the day it came out on the Xbox. So I've had a pretty dang good amount of time of playing this game. And I need to stress right out of the gate that they did not compromise whatsoever on the core experience of Wreckfest. So, with that said, I'd like to thank THQ and Bugbear for providing review code for this. That's really awesome of them. I really appreciate it. I love this game. I think it's great, and the fact that this port is this well makes me extremely happy. So we're gonna go over here to my garage. We're gonna look at my cars. I just bought some more DLCs. Gosh dang it! But okay, so let me show you the ones that I bought. So I got Little Thrasher. This truck is freaking so cool. I love this truck. It looks cool. Let me show you this real quick. Okay, this is my Raven. I drive this car a lot. This is the upgrades that I put on there, the bullhead and everything. Like, this game here is so cool, man. I love the fact. So I bought all of these. These are basically I just bought 4 car packs. And then I bought one the other day, the Raven. So all of these here are from the car packs that I bought. Because these cars are just freaking, you gotta have them. Like, you want to have them. The Jeep, the Sandstorm. This one here is a freaking monster. Look at them freaking paddle tires. This thing is such a beast. This thing is so fun to drive. Whew. And you got this. This one here is fast. Pretty fast car. You got Little Thrasher. You got Grand Duke. I like the way that I like the green. I like the green and the redneck racing because I'm a redneck. And then you got the Grand Duke. This thing is a beast. It's a monster. You got Cardinal. This car is freaking fun to drive too. It's got the brush guard, and then you got the Bullet. Good old Dukes of Hazzard's car. Freaking love this car. Big beautiful American flag right there on the top. This is awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna jump into this car right here, the Bullet. We are going to go to Paint Shop. We're gonna look at that real quick. You can definitely change the style if the Dukes of Hazzard thing's not your thing. You've got plenty of customization in here that they're tasteful. They look good, man. This looks like we used to have demolition derbies around here. This looks like what the guys would make their cars. It just looks just like that. I mean, like, look at that thing, man. That thing looks like a monster now. Oh, whoop. Yeah, so we'll get out of that. Upgrades. Okay, so you got performance upgrades that you can do. You can basically, there's like 4 different levels for each one. You get all the way up here to race. Pretty much you'll play the game campaign or just going into a custom race. You'll still earn points. You'll still earn money. You'll still be able to acquire these, playing this any way you want for the most part. Armor, you can get in here and like you can really beef these cars up. See, so let's see. You can put whatever little things armor on there. There is a wait, which one's on it? Yeah, we'll put that one on there. That one looks a little weird, so we'll do that one. Okay, and then you got your rear. Ooh, I like that one. Let's see what this looks like. No, we'll go front and back. We'll make it. We'll be symmetrical with this. So putting this stuff in here is gonna lower your weight. I mean, that there definitely stabilizes your car. I haven't unlocked that yet. Now you do need to unlock this stuff at playing the game, and that's really cool. What do we got? Now we want something that's going to kind of match So that there, you see how it's just like a plate of steel, pretty much bolted right onto the car to kind of stiffen the frame, kind of make it more rigid. We will go with. I wish I could change the gullah. Okay, we'll just do that one. Actually, that's weak. We'll do this one. We want some strength, man. We want this car to be freaking rigid. So this here is for your windshield. Boom. You can do like the little cage. You can do the, or you can have that right there. I like this. I think this looks freaking cool. So we'll go with that. Yeah, I got lots of credit. Well, I got enough credits to upgrade this, I believe. So that's all that part. Oh wait, no, I did visual. So now you can do like your rims. Like say you want different rims. You have to do front and rear. You can't just do one. I mean, you have to do one at a time, but you've got pretty decent selection of rims. Yeah, baby. We're gonna do that one. So we'll go out. We'll go that. Yeah, we want some dirt tires, man. That looks all right. And you can go with. We want this kind of exhaust. Now you can do your hood like you already have that cut out, or you can do like a. I think this one right here probably looks the best for that. Give it some more intake. You could do spoiler. Up on the top. See, I don't like those, but this one right here looks alright. I guess we'll do that one. Yeah, some of it's beauty. So this is gonna be your underlip. I think we like the first one the best. Fenders. Incompatible with racing spoiler front. Oh, I see. No, if we put those on there, we lose all our stuff. That's not funny. But we can get some. We can get some of these things. Yeah, we're going with those, man. We're definitely going with those. All right, so we got this grill in the front. I believe is that grill? Wait, where's that one at? We'll find out in a moment, won't we? Okay, yeah, that is under there. So we want... Yeah, we want this one. And then you can do Wreck'em or Saw Blade. But we're not doing either one of those because I don't like the way those look. So basically, boom, all your upgrades, your tuning, your paint, everything you still got, it's all there. You could tune the car up. You can do whatever you want with your suspension. You can do standard. You can do stiff. Making it stiff's gonna get you more speed. Soft is gonna get you more bouncy. You know, your gear ratio, brake balance, all of that fun stuff. Really not that much, you know, like your brake balance, but in your differential stuff like that. But it is enough to get you going. So we're gonna go back to play. We're gonna go to a custom event. Well, let me talk about the. Let's talk about the career championships. Now there are all these. Is what you do is you'll compete in a race. You'll win the points for it. You'll be able to move along and keep moving up. These are super fun. I suggest you play those. Those are really fun. I haven't done a whole bunch in here, but I have done on the Xbox. I've gotten pretty far. There's like this one where you have like you're trying to race all around, and you got all these buses, and you got to try to get all the way around without getting smashed by the buses. It gets pretty hectic, pretty incredible. This game has an amazing soundtrack. Lots of rock, hard rock. It's just got an amazing soundtrack. I would play the soundtrack, but it will just make it so this thing gets flagged. Hell Ride, Hill Street Circuit, Stadium, Kingston. I'm looking for a certain track that I really like to drive. I just haven't found it on this one. Is it Norfolk Ring? I don't think it's that one. Northland Raceway. Let's do this one. We'll just do our little mean car. You can only have up to 15 racers on this one with it. So I'm going to do this race. I'm going to talk to you while I'm doing this race. And then we're going to make that this review. I really love this game. I'm so glad. I'm so happy that they were able to really bring the Wreckfest experience to a handheld. And I have played a pretty good amount of this on the handheld itself. Now, control-wise, it feels fine. Like, it really does kind of feel fine. Like, once you get used to it, it's not bad. Normally, I have it hooked to my 1440p monitor with my Switch Pro controller. That is probably my favorite way to play it. So, something I'm going to show you in here is they did not skimp on view. And you do have the ability to adjust this view. Where's my minus button? Oh no, not the minus button. I want this pause button real quick. I want to go into settings, and I want you to see this right here. So you can go to field of view offset, and you can set that right there back to 0. Save and exit. Go up to resume. Go back into cockpit view, and you see how it is a lot more. Now, if we go back in just one more time, sorry, because I kind of like it this other way. Field of view offset, and then you just go all the way back and then back out. Now you're farther away, so now you got more. This here gives you a little bit better field of view, so that you have more situational awareness when people are on the side of you. I've always liked this mode when they give you that in a new race game. Just the fact that you can do that in this is literally incredible. So we're gonna get out here. We're gonna look at the car again. We're gonna drive. This is one of my favorite cars. Now this is running at 30 frames a second, but it feels incredibly smooth on a when you're docked. It looks like it's running at like a 1080p for real. Like it looks really clean, really sharp, really crisp on here on this 1440p monitor. It does appear to be going down to like 540 on the handheld though. It does look a little bit. It's not as sharp and pristine as I would like it to be, and that can affect your draw distance, the what you can see out there ahead of you to be able to make the turns, and that's kind of important in a racing game. Like, you kind of need that. So I don't know if I would suggest being all competitive. As you can see, the concrete there on the barrier still does break away. So I mean, you still got your trackside destruction, which is pretty cool. You are getting your track deformation. So I mean, the only real cutbacks are in the vegetation, like grass, stuff like that. But this right here looks good enough on this screen to where you're not like, oh my gosh, I'm missing all my grass and stuff. It looks fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and rate this at a 9. I have had 0 problems with performance whatsoever. I already think that the other is pretty good. The things that it does kind of lose points for me on that is the and it's not necessarily Bugbear's fault. It's more Nintendo because of the controller. So I mean, that kind of just brings the experience down a little bit, because you don't have it's hard to get we're going to talk about the controller right now anyways. It's hard to get you have no like throttle control. Like it's like all or nothing on this. So that's what it feels like to me. Like it's all or nothing. There's no gradual movement in the triggers for the Nintendo Switch on the handheld or on the Pro controller, which really does kind of drag that experience down just a little bit compared to like the other consoles. So that does kind of suck. It is a little bit like, ooh man, that does kind of hurt it, but it is manageable to play it this way. And then you also have the haptic feedback in the Switch Pro controller and in the the other controllers. Now on the handheld, you can feel it. You can feel the bumps and jumps, sliding, everything like that. But it does feel a lot better on the Switch Pro controller. So that definitely makes up for it. It's definitely a better experience if you're playing this on a while docked. You're getting better resolution, better frame rate. All the textures, everything seemed to be the same while you're playing handheld. It still looks, for the most part, it looks sharp and crisp around the car and around the track. But like your view, your distance view is a little bit muddied. It does make it kind of hard to judge, when you're getting close to a corner like that. As far as I'm concerned, the core experience is 100% here. I give this a 9. My rating for like the console version is like a 9.5. It does kind of lose points just because of the fact, it's like I wish we had like, there are like some, for the most part, the console versions are like really, really bug free, and so is this. It's just there's a I kind of wish that you had way more customization in terms of what the cars could look like. I mean, it's not bad. It's not bad for what you got right here, but I wish there was more customization, and I really wish that we had licensed cars. I think that would be pretty cool. But that would be, kind of expensive. I think a solid 9 for this game is more than fair. It's reasonable. It's, it's not going to be like everybody's like cup of tea, but this is solid. This is a solid experience for the Nintendo Switch. My only real pet peeves are I wish there was a lot more customization, and I wish that the Switch controller was a little bit better, had more of a spring in the triggers. That would be awesome. It would feel better as far as joysticks and movement and everything like that go. That's easy to take care of. It just takes a little bit to get used to playing this on a Switch controller, but everything else, man, it's just a solid experience. It just feels good. It's got low loading times. I think a 9 is more than fair for this. I would honestly rate it higher, but you gotta kind of buy, all them car packs and stuff too. At least they are broken down into 2 packs. Like you can buy one for $14.99, and I believe the other one's $12.99 to get all of that stuff. But those car packs are like $3.99 a piece if you only want like certain cars. So pricing is pretty fair for the most part, but it does kind of suck that you don't get maybe a few more vehicles with the main package, maybe some of that stuff added in just because it is kind of an older game. But I do still feel like it's fair, and I feel like at least they broke it down to where if you only want to buy like one or two different car sets, that's all you have to buy. You don't have to buy like the whole shebang. So I bought 4 of them on top of that at $4 a piece, so 8 and 8 that's $16. So I spent $16 just buying the cars that I wanted, that I really like, and I did that on the PlayStation version and the Xbox version too. So you just got to have what you want to have, you know what I mean? And at least they do keep it pretty reasonable for that. I feel like that's probably some of the better microtransactions, but they could have a little bit more in the game at launch, or they could have a few more extra cars in the game at launch, so that would be pretty cool. Actually, I think I'm going to show you that other car that I was telling you about, just so you can see the quality of what you're getting when you buy these cars, because this game is awesome, man. This is a solid 9. This one here freaking really makes me happy. So where's my other monster at? I didn't do any of I didn't beef this one up or anything, so we're gonna check this out. There's a slug bug with a whole bunch of pins on it too. Oh gosh, man. There's some pretty cool cars in this game, and it's extremely fun to play. Extremely fun to play. Pine Hills Raceway. This is a freaking really cool track too. I love these tracks. They are a little bit, some of them are pretty short, but that is another thing that is another, you know, thing that I was thinking. I just forgot to mention it. I wish they had some longer point-to-point races, some point-to-point races that were just really long tracks. I mean, these guys have been supporting this game since it came out. There's always new content coming to this game. Look at this freaking monster. Look at this monster. You just get out here with those paddle tires, man. It's so freaking fun to drive. Gosh, come on, fellas. You get on the dirt, and it just feels fun to drive, man. And it feels good too. Like, you can pull off some really nice looking drifts and stuff. Pretty easy. Really good control. Come on, man. This is the best racing game on the Switch, aside from Mario Kart. I still think this is better. This is great. So yeah, I think a solid 9 for this one. Sorry, I keep saying that because it is. It's a 9. Like, it's a solid 9. Like, I like this game. I think it's great. If you got a Switch, definitely pick this up. If you can, pick it up on another console. I highly recommend this game, and I do think that these guys are amazing. And the support they've given for this game since launch, and the fact that they are still actively supporting it. I mean, we just got like a new tournament pretty recently. So that's good. Definitely looking forward to Wreckfest 2 whenever they announce that, or whenever it comes out. I really, yeah, it's a day one buy for me. Just the upgrade alone that they put out for the next gen consoles, that really made this thing an incredible thing. So I'm gonna run this with when I run this, it will be running next to Xbox Series X footage. So if you like this content, don't forget to like and subscribe. Your support really does help this channel grow, and gives me the ability to bring you this kind of coverage. And I will never ever try to make you try to get you to buy stuff that I personally would not pay for myself and that I'm not liking. So I do appreciate it, and I hope you do subscribe to help me grow so that I can have a better reach. So, all right, thank you. I will see you in the next one.